if you can't feed 100 people. Mother Teresa said that with a quiet smile, as if she were telling you a secret anyone could keep. Not a plan for saints, not a project for the rich, a simple invitation for you and me. Today I want you to picture one plate, warm food steam rising in the evening light, a hand reaching forward shy, surprised. One plate, one person. That's where love begins. That's how it always begins. In the narrow streets of Calcutta, Mother Teresa bent low to lift a man who had been left on the roadside. His body was thin. She washed his face. She placed a small bowl of rice beside him, waited, and watched his hands stop shaking as he dared to eat. We are not social workers. We are contemplatives in the heart of the world. We do it for Jesus. But if those words feel far from you, don't worry. She would also say, very simply, they are hungry. Feed them. Who is hungry near you? Not 100, not 10. Just one. Maybe it's the neighbor whose lights are off more often than they're on. Maybe it's the elder down the street who lives alone. Maybe it's the single parent who pretends everything is fine but avoids your eyes at the mailbox. Maybe it's the teenager hiding in a hoodie, skipping lunch because their pride is heavier than their backpack. Mother Teresa believed there is a kind of hunger you can see and a kind you must learn to see. Bread for the body, yes, but also the hunger for love. The hunger to be noticed, the hunger to be called by name. She used to say, the hunger for love is much more difficult to remove than the hunger for bread. So we start with food, not just the problem. One time she brought rice to a family who had nothing, no fire, no salt, nothing. The mother took the rice, divided it in two, and walked out. She came back minutes later. Mother said to my neighbor, "So, they are hungry also. 2 families, 1 small portion, no complaint. Love divided itself, and didn't become less. It became mighty palsy. With me, feel what that story does inside you. It isn't complicated. It doesn't need a committee. It needs a heart and a door that opens. Start in your own home, Mother Teresa would say. Though maybe you're thinking, I don't know where to begin. Here's where. Find one person. Prepare one plate. Knock softly. Smile. Say their name. If it's too much to cook, bring something you can share. If it's too much to bring, invite them to your table. If the table is full, make space. If you're shy, leave a note with the food and a number they can call. If all of that still feels large, a sandwich, a cup of soup, a bag of fruit, extend your hand. You might wonder, will I be taken advantage of? Will they expect more? Mother Teresa answered questions like these with her life. She gave until it hurt, but because love didn't stop at the first inconvenience. She knew something we forget. Love grows where it is planted often, not once, but again and again. even if it's small. Perhaps you say, I don't have much either. Then your gift will be honest. Te. The poor understand honest bread. T. They understand honest soup. When you share from your little, you both become richer. Another story, a boy came to Mother Teresa with a handful of sugar. It was all he had. He had begged his mother to let him save that sugar for the poor. A handful, Mother Teresa cried softly when she told it. Why? Because the sugar wasn't big in the world's eyes, but it cost the boy something. She would say, it is not how much we give, but how much love we put into giving. Love is a way of seeing. When you look into the eyes of the hungry, or do you see Christ in a distressing disguise? She saw him there. You may use different words. That's okay. Use whatever name you have for the sacred. The point is to see the person in front of you as more than their need. See their dignity. See their name. Let's walk through today together. Before you leave your home, choose the one you will feed. Set an intention. Today, one person will not go hungry because I existed. Take it quietly, then watch the right person will appear. A coworker whose lunch is always later, a tired face at the bus stop, a neighbor you've never met, or someone under your own roof who needs you to sit and listen while the food grows cold. How do you offer without hurting pride? Mother Teresa had a way. She gave with both hands. She smiled the person for allowing her to love them. She didn't stand over them. She sat. She listened. She asked their name. She said, you are precious. You can do this too. You can say, I made too much. Can you help me with this? Or simply, would you like to eat with me? Simple words open locked hearts. There's another hunger, the hunger of being unseen. Mother Teresa visited homes where the pantry was full, but the room was cold with loneliness. She would sit down, hold a hand, and say nothing for a while. Then she would whisper, peace begins with a smile. You can feed that hunger too. Bring food, bring eyes that are kind, bring time. If this feels small, good. She preferred small. Be faithful in small things, she said, because it is in them that your strength lies inside you. Today you feed one. Tomorrow your fear will be smaller. Next week your excuses will be fewer. In time, you will become the sort of person people trust when they're hungry for bread and for love. Let me tell you what happens when you feed one person. The world does not clap, no spotlight terms. The sky does not split wide with trumpets. What happens is quieter and deeper. A child sleeps better. An anxious mother breathes. A man who thought no one saw him tastes something warm and feels his own worth again. And inside you, a door opens to peace you can't buy. Mother Teresa called it joy. Don't I ask it dust or be kind? Maybe you fear you'll do it wrong. That's all right. Be awkward and kind rather than polished and indifferent. The poor forgive clumsy hands. They rarely forgive absence. Your presence carries the real gift. You could join a local pantry. You could carry granola bars in your bag. You could ask your place of worship if they know a family in need. You could partner with a friend and prepare extra once a week. You could give a smile grocery gift card with a smile. You could slip a note in and say, if you ever need a meal, pluck for a simple potluck with the door open, but do not wait for the perfect plan. One plate, one person. Today, Mother Teresa told a woman who felt overwhelmed, and always start with the person nearest you. That line unclenches the heart. It's just, it makes the possible possible again. Who is nearest is the one who has hurt you. Feeding can be forgiveness in disguise. A bowl set down where silence once stood. Sometimes the hungry will not look like you expect. A teacher grading papers late, skipping dinner again. A nurse at the end of a 12-hour shift. A delivery driver eating cold food in a parking lot. A neighbor who kept the curtains shut after a loss. Hunger takes many faces. Look gently, ask softly, offer simply, and when you meet a refusal, accept it with respect. Dignity matters more than success. We are not called to be successful, but faithful. Return tomorrow with the same smile. Quick pause. Who is the one person you will feed this week? Share their first initial or a simple plan in the comments. Tap like and subscribe so more hearts find this gentle path. Sometimes feeding begins long before the plate. It begins in prayer or in silence. Chera loved silence because it taught her to listen. 10 seconds in your car before you get out. 10 seconds in your kitchen before you cook. Whisper a simple prayer. Show me who to feed today. If prayer isn't your language, use this. Let me be of use today. Then pay attention. There is a secret you learn after you feed one person. You were the hungry one too. You hunger to matter. You hunger to give. You hunger to be part of something unmistakably good. Serving satisfies that hunger without pride. It humbles you, chick. It keeps you close to the ground where grace grows. Mother Teresa met emperors with the same karma as beggars. She knew the world's measures didn't apply here. Bread given in love tips scales you cannot see. A small shared meal moves a hidden weight from despair toward hope. A woman once asked her, "How can I love the poor far away?" Find the poor near you first. That's how we honor the person in front of us. That's how we stop love from becoming an idea that never touches a single hand. Your building has a door that needs knocking. Your schedule has a space where a plate can fit. Let's name it gently. Fear of rejection. Fear of being foolish. Fear of not having enough. Offer these fears up. Let them be what you feed first. Bring them to the table and then set them down. Love will warm them and they will grow smaller. There is a line Mother Teresa loved. Say it again with me. Small things, great love. That's your path. Feeding one person is not about heroics. It's about fidelity. It's about showing up when no one praises, when no one posts about it. Show up anyway. Do it anyway. Love anyway. If you need a simple plan for today, try this. Boil a little rice or make pasta or fix a pot of soup. Put it in a container that you can spare. Tie it with a piece of string. Write a note. For you walk to the door you chose. Knock, smile. Offer, say, no rush to return the container. If they invite you in, step in as a guest, not a savior. If not, bless them silently and turn to go, leaving the warmth behind, and afterward, don't rush past the quiet. Sit for a moment and let gratitude fill you. Not, look what I did, but thank you for letting me love. The difference matters. Juan swells. Tease to Bola. If today you cannot leave your home, order a meal to be delivered. Send a grocery card. Write a note and plan for tomorrow. Call your local shelter and ask what is needed. Pray for a stranger while you stir your own pot. Kindness prepares its own road. Do you see how simple this becomes? Teach your children, invite your friends, make it normal. Once a week, once a month, once whenever you can, one plate goes out of your home. Tasiva, one plate returns as peace. And when you are the one who is hungry for a kind word, say so. Reach out, let someone feed you. There is humility in receiving. Mother Teresa received so she could give, and gave so she could receive. Love keeps that rhythm. Don't break it by pretending you're never in need. I think of that first plate again. The hand reaching out, the trembling that settles, tabachusilada. It's just the eyes meeting for a second that feels holy, and that second is a kind of prayer, a simple amen that needs no words. Listen for the echo of Mother Teresa's voice in you. If you can't feed 100 people, she wasn't asking you to solve hunger. She was asking you not to walk past it. She was asking you to choose the person nearest. So, my friend, here is your blessing for the road. May your kitchen be a chapel of quiet love. May your hands be light and your steps unafraid. May you find the one who is hungry, and may they find you. And may peace simple, warm, and strong enter your home through the door you just opened for someone else. One plate, one person today.